drove Toyota's new lead car and, while sitting inside a string of new Avalons, talked with Alan Schneider, senior primary architect at Toyota's Southern California Calty Plan Studio. Continue perusing for additional on the Autos Lodge. A standout amongst the most troublesome difficulties with the inside outline was deciding how to ensure the silver trim that cuts through the traveler side air vent keeps up a reliable arrangement with the trim that proceeds over the dash to the edge of the middle stack, even as you modify the air vent to point higher or lower. Architects worked extra minutes to make sense of that one. Schneider says. One reason Toyota picked sapphire wood from melodic instrument producer Yamaha was that their procedure enables us to have a compound curve, Schneider says. The wood trim bends down pointedly starting with one plane then onto the next on the dash, and the irregular position of the trim on the highest point of the entryway's contacts meet the dash trim, making a wraparound feel. The energetic yet more moderate XSE trim likewise gets genuine aluminum trim. Though the base XLE has what's called hydrographic inside trim, which I discovered less fulfilling to take a gander at or touch than the choices on alternate trims. The last gen Avalon as of now had delicate touch surfaces expanding most of the way up the inside comfort, and the 2019 model makes things a stride further. Delicate leather-like material reaches UT from the back of the inside, reassures armrest/stockpiling compartment the distance to the base of the dash. So as you put a drink in one of the focal cup holders, your fingers will likewise okay over against premium feeling delicate touch trim. The same is valid for the sliding cover over the Qi remote charging territory and for the lower some portion of the dash close to the front teeth. Avalon. A couple of bits of hard plastic can in any case be spotted all over, however the Avalon establishes a decent first connection when you consolidate the broad delicate, touch leather-like rim with how pleasant the directing wheel feels, even on the base XLE. The thin, silver catches encompassing the 9.0-inch touchscreen are the same as the ones beneath that control different HVAC capacities. That is not a mishap. Schneider says, at last, what we understood is that planning the touch encounter is your objective. You needed to feel bound together with the goal that the activity of everyone is normal yet in addition unsurprising. The cowhide on the Avalon Limited highlights an intriguing example that is more arbitrary than the standard equidistant dabs you expect with punctured seats, like you'll discover on the Touring. Actually, Schneider says the group considered 24 punctured examples. A portion of the alternatives that didn't make it delivered a stripe-like impact. Others joined their specs to look LK stars or make concentric impacts. On the Generation Auto, alongside the swoopy lines made by the sewing outwardly of the seats, the seat configuration is far bolder than you'd expect of an Avalon.